Okay, guys, just wanted to start a new series here. This will be an introduction to it, and I'll probably be adjusting how I do them as I get feedback on what people want to know. Basically, I wanted to do a deep dive into my approach to the game and my roster. Hopefully, it'll be a little more in depth than some of the common content creators do, and it'll give you a sense of why I make decisions that I do, and also my philosophies on how to be as efficient as possible. So my goal here is to basically teach some of the newer players how to build their rosters and how to think about saving the resources and resource management. It's a big part of the game. It's very nuanced, and there's no single right decision that you can make, but it's more like a series of decisions over time that help you reach your roster's full potential. So to start, I just want to go through a little bit of my roster right now. And instead of just taking you through the whole entire roster, I'm going to show you some of my save teams. So these are probably the critical teams that you need to worry about. They're the meta teams. There's nothing really too unique or amazing about some of my roster construction in terms of the teams. But you can see it's Guardians, probably the most popular team and the most ubiquitous team that everyone needs to get, including how to get Ultron. A good portion of that team is built for it. Fury, which is a really big team, useful. Still, probably best overall, all-around team, although not the best in any one game mode. Brotherhood, one of the best war offenses team, super good. Not meta anymore, unfortunately, in Arena, although certain characters can still have their place, but Phoenix is moving them out of the Arena. Defenders, they've fallen pretty hard, but still pretty solid in war defense and okay team overall. Still pretty good if you get the right red stars on the right characters, but this is another team that's been falling downhill. Power Armor, one of the best war teams, if not the best war offense teams. This is held back primarily by the lack of ability to farm certain characters. My Ultron team, this is just what I use for Blitz. It's not what I use for war, mainly because Ultron just carries a lot of teams. Spider-Verse, which is also being broken apart slowly here. I pretty much use Venom on my Brotherhood hybrid team in war to beat Guardians, but they were once okay. I don't think they were ever good. Brawlers team, this is a team I actually really love playing with, and I'm hoping to work on them quite a bit once American Chavez becomes farmable, because I also have 6 red stars in her. Mystic Controllers, pretty solid team, but very situational, have to pick the right matchups. My Avengers team, I think this is probably the best Avengers team that doesn't just cannibalize a bunch from different squads. I think the other sub here is if you have a really powerful Thor, but assuming all things are equal, this is probably the best 5. And the rest of my save squads are just for the 80th anniversary Blitz, and some kind of mismatch squads involved there, including like a Kree team, a villains team with Crossbones and Kingpin and stuff like that. But these are the core teams that you're going to be working on, and everyone's probably working towards in some capacity or another. And with that, I want to show you guys where I'm at roughly in the game, so you guys can see in Arena here, most of my opponents that you can see here will have Phoenix, will have Ultron, will have sometimes really high red star characters like this 6 red star mags here. You can see some of the teams that I'm facing are full X-Men teams or hybrid X-Men teams, or some sort of combination of Brotherhood, X-Men, Ultron, that type of stuff. So I'm pretty far up on the arena boards. I usually stay within top 100. I try to stay within top 50, but sometimes I drop out of it just because I don't have Phoenix, and it's really hard to compete with the rest of the groups if you don't have Phoenix. So this kind of app. If you see my achievements here, you'll see I've been logged in for 508 days, so a little over a year and a half here. Been playing a bunch. Didn't always be the most optimal decision when I started playing, but started getting a little more serious as time went on. If you look at the challenges, I'm actually maxed out, as in like I've completed the last challenge or tier for every challenge except for the Catalyst of Change. And this is mainly because the tier 8 Catalyst of Change usually gives you the orange, or sometimes gives you the orange instead of the 6 purple. You only get one or the other, and it's far, far, far better to get the 6 purple. So it's actually better to do tier 7. I really hope they fix that in the future, because it just provides no incentive to try to get these extra 4 or so of these other gear types. Other than that, for Blitz, I pretty much milestones and chill. I rarely do beyond the top 10%. That's usually what I try to get all the time. Just clearing top 15, I just don't have the time to push that high. Although it's definitely better if you can. Like the amount of shards you get more is just so much better. And of course, the top 1500 is required to even get shards. When you're doing that second blitz of a new character. So it's really, really useful and really, really great to get. But unfortunately, it's just too much work to do for me. Other than that, let me just show you guys my kind of total roster power here. 2.89 million, 274k, strongest team power. I actually have a lot of more MVPs now, which is nice. It's probably my favorite game mode. And this is basically my roster. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up this introduction video, and in the next video I'll do a deep dive into some of my decision-making skills here, and a little bit more theory before I dive into each individual tune, and we'll do them by teams. Okay, thanks.